the big bird on that branch out in the water.
Yeah.
It's got his wings out.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out. I know what it is.
The vulture.
No, I don't think it is.
So this black bird you see here with their wings spread out, that is a double-crested cormorant. She's not a duck, she's a cormorant. And she is spreading her wings out because she's not what we call an oily bird. Some birds are oily, meaning their feathers are covered in an oil that helps them from sinking in the lake. Because if their feathers get full of water, they become too heavy to swim. So she has to dry out her wings, dry the water out of them in the sun so that she doesn't become too waterlogged so she can swim. She is a migratory bird, so she only spends the summer here. And she's a fishing bird, so she does dive for fish and other food in the lake. You'll see them swimming along, and when there's something they want to catch, they'll dive straight down head first to catch it.
So where do they migrate to? Where's their...
South. They go south towards Mexico, Central America, Caribbean, just generally south. They exist all over the eastern U.S. this time. You can see she's struggling to swim a little because she's wet. She needs the sun, so she didn't like us
that
to
when
swim
it
out.
spreads its wings out.
I think so. Large that
Yeah. Like a giant bat.
I missed it.
She'll go somewhere new.
It eats fish.
This here is Schoolhouse Cove. So, believe it or not, before the lake was here, there was a community of people that lived up here. And they did have a wandering schoolhouse that sat back in this cove. Now, the Kingsport Utility Company, who originally built the lake, started buying up land in the early 1900s, and they bought everyone out. They did tear down all the structures. There's no city under the lake here. They took everything down, and they actually logged the whole area before they built the dam. But if you go to the back country side of the park, back in Hawkins County, you will still find several homesteads that are standing, log cabins, barns, smokehouses, and all. Those were original to the park. And when the park bought all that land, we didn't tear any of that down. There was no need.
So are there a lot of turtles?
There are a lot. I just saw a snapping turtle right over here, but he swam up under the lily pads when we came
So what
through.
kind of turtles do you have up here?
We have snapping turtles, we have sliding turtles, we have painted turtles, box turtles, soft shell turtles, so a lot of different turtles. The lake is this lake's really good for turtles because there are no people in it to disturb them, but also there's a lot of food to eat. There's a lot of fish, there's a lot of lily pads. When we get to the back side of the lake, those turtles are a little bit more used to us coming around, and we normally have a big old snapping turtle that likes to come up and look at us every time we go back. So we'll see if we can find him.
Cool.
We'll see if we can find him.
Was there a natural lake before they dammed it?
No, so what they actually impounded was an intermittent stream called Dolan Branch. It only had water in it seasonally, which is part of the reason this couldn't support a large number of connections to it as drinking water, because there was no permanent water source. There was no permanent river or stream that it was damming up. It largely relied on rainwater.
I want to see some beaver cats.
There's another big bird there. Egret heron.
There's another heron right here.
And some ducks.
The baby ducks. Where's Mama?
Little baby. What are those? Little baby ducks?
They are.
What are the little babies? They're next to the heron.
The ducklings? Yeah, there's a mama duck, wood duck with ducklings right up there too. Man, those ducklings have gotten big.
See them?
They're, if you look next to the heron under that branch.
Oh yeah, they're
sticking
just
up,
right. They're just moving right now.
Are we going to run
Can you see that part?
really fast?
Yeah, they're moving.
Oh yeah, now I see.
Well, it's gonna be good, definitely with
It's
kids.
like she's drinking water.
Just
trying
to
catch
ride
some-
it, not
oh,
for
she's
filming
trying to
everything.
catch a fish. I think she's drinking. She might be picking some worms or something in that log. You get a good look at her there, though. Those big, long, crane-like legs.
Yeah.
Beautiful birds.
Are they banded?
Probably not. I wouldn't imagine so. Herons aren't an endangered species. That's not to say that you might come across one that might be banded, part of some sort of study, but most of them are not going to be
Floating
banded.
right into the lily pad.
Now we are surrounded by lily pads right here. This kind of lily pad is called water shield. It's about the size of a $50, maybe a little bit bigger. The lily pads do have stems that go all the way down to the base of the lake where they're rooted in down at the bottom of the lake. The lily pads are, this kind of lily pad is native to this area. It was not originally here in the lake, and we did not plant it. How do you guys think the lily pads got here if we didn't plant them and they weren't here originally?
The birds.
It's on the ducks.
Yeah, the ducks brought them. Waterfowl moving from lake to lake bring a lot of things with them, plants included. So they brought the water shield and all the other lilies.
Flying right at you, Dean. Flying
Here
right.
she goes. Look at her wingspan.
Wow, look at that.
That view.
I got a little bit of it.
There she goes. She's got a large wingspan.
Yeah.
So you see as she flies, she tucks her whole body in, her neck and her legs to make herself more aerodynamic. She's got those big long wings to help carry her.
So does the, what did you call it, water
Shield.
Does that serve a purpose for the lake?
It does, so it provides a lot of food for the animals, the deer especially. So the water shield is one of the deer's favorite foods. Deer are not scared of water at all. We see them down in the lake quite often, sometimes almost up to their neck, down in the water, eating the water shield. It's one of their favorite foods.